Well, good evening and welcome to the Weslaco High School Gymnasium as KWES brings you District Volleyball. It's your Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Tigers of Mercedes High School. Both teams coming in the second round just below the 500 area. Both teams outside the playoff bubble, and both teams, of course, wanting to turn things around as we continue through the second round of games with one another here in district play because, of course, each game from here on matters. We need a win after win after win to hopefully get into the playoffs. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by our computer guru, Rafael Garces, our cameraman extraordinaire, Vinny Berry, bringing you all the action from tonight's ball game. The national anthem has been played. The ladies have been introduced, and they are about to come onto the court as we get set for this one. As we mentioned, it is a district play. It is a very important game for both teams as both teams want to get themselves back into the playoff hunt. Both teams circle around their coaching, getting last-minute instructions as they get set to come onto the court to get this game underway. Mercedes in black with white letters, orange numbers outlined in white with a paw on the front. The Lady Wildcats also in black as well. They've got white lettering and white numbers. Lady Wildcats will get things started with Sarai Gonzalez, Yvette Gonzalez, and Jackie Martinez out in the back. Up front, they are going to have Miley Knuckles, Azariah Rivens, and Elena Bautista. The libero, Avery Cavazos, looks like she's going to come on the court. She does, and that'll sit Jackie Martinez down. The Lady Tigers in the back row, they are going to have their libero, Faith Gonzalez, along with Kendra Torres. And serving for the Lady Tigers is going to be Christy Garcia. The whistle has blown, and we are ready to get underway. Garcia with the serve. There's going to be Gonzalez with the set down here to Bautista. Played well by Parker in the front row. They'll set it down here to the corner to Alvarado. She gets it across. Rivens gets one to fall. And it's 1-0. Lady Wildcats on top as we get started here in set number one. They're going to send Elena Bautista back to serve for the Lady Wildcats. That is going to be over. Chavarin Rivens ready for that one, sends it across. But the libero, Faith Gonzalez, doing a great job keeping it in play. A little dink from Sarai Gonzalez as that one was really close. And Yvette Gonzalez with a great job. Third shot, got to get over. They do get it across. And that's going to be Parker with the kill. A good set from Julissa Lopez. And Parker just comes up, knocks it down. And we are now tied at 1. Josie Alvarado back to serve for the Lady Tigers. The libero with a good bump. Set it to Gonzalez. That is touched. And that's going to be a point for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Wildcats on top here early in the first set. And it'll be Avery Cavazos back to serve. Third shot got to get across, and that does not. 3-1. Lady Wildcats on top. Cavazos serving. That's going to be long, and it is 3-2. Lady Wildcats up by 1. The Lady Tigers are going to send back Julissa Lopez to serve. And here comes the serve from Lopez. Good play by Zuniga. Martinez at the net. Third shot's got to get over, and it just caught the rafters. That had gone through 2 of them, but the third one was not always a charm in this case. Tied score at 3. And it's going to be Lopez with the serve. Zuniga. Gonzalez. Cavazo sending it across. Parker, second shot over. Gonzalez back set to Knuckles. Good play by the Lady Tigers. They were ready for that one. Parker with another kill. And now the Lady Tigers back up on top. They lead by 1, 4-3. Lopez serving. Zuniga. Second shot over by Knuckles. Good play in the front row. And this time it is Parker again. Lady Tigers have been going to Parker almost religiously here. They now lead by 2, 5-3. The serve from Lopez. Second shot over by Knuckles. Good play by Sauceda, and that got the Tigers another point. 6-3. Lopez serving. Zuniga, a little miscommunication there. Maybe Cavazos thought she may have made contact with it, not sure. But that just landed, and now it is 7-3. Lady Tigers on top. Here comes the serve once again from Lopez. Zuniga. That did not make it across, and it's 8-3. And that's going to be a whistle for a rotation. They're going to send Elaine Hernandez onto the court, the Lady Wildcats do. And we'll continue with the service from Lopez. Cavazos to Gonzalez. Really close at the net, and Gonzalez did a great job playing it, getting it across, but Parker sends it right back. And that may be kill number 5 for her. 9-3. Lady Tigers up by 6 now. Cavazos, Gonzalez, Martinez get it over. Again, the set to Parker. Played well, but it just does not fall in. A good job there by Martinez to keep it alive, but it sailed long on her, and it's now 10-3. Lady Tigers on top. Coach Gorena wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on KWES. Back from the timeout, Lady Tigers up 10-3, and it is Julissa Lopez serving for the Lady Tigers. Hernandez to Gonzalez in the middle to Martinez. Martinez looking for an empty spot, but Lydia Rodriguez tracking it down and keeping it in play. They'll set it this time to Knuckles, and a save back in the back row by Garcia. Third shot, got to get across, and they send it long, and that's a point for the Lady Wildcats, trailing by 6, 4-10. Miley Knuckles will go back to serve. The serve from Knuckles. That get over. Martinez thought it did. She played it well. And that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. Now down by 5, 5-10. Here comes the serve from Knuckles. Set it up to Parker. Parker with another kill. 11-5. Substitution. Ava Ruelas comes onto the court for the Lady Tigers. Isabella Parker goes back to serve. Serve from Parker at the net, does not go over. 6-11, back to a 5-point game. It's going to be Sarai Gonzalez serving for your Lady Wildcats, trailing 6-11. Libero Faith Gonzalez, first shot over. And the Lady Wildcats send it right back and down, 7-11. Cutting it to 4. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. They'll set it in the middle to Ruela. She gets it over. This is Bautista, gets it across. Parker, set, pushed across. Good play underneath by Bautista as that little dink was going to nowhere land. Good volley, Gonzalez over, blocked at the net by Ruelas. And a kill from your Lady Wildcats. Played on the other side by Bautista, and now your Lady Wildcats have pulled to within 3, 8-11. Gonzalez serving. Little miscommunication there, cost them another point. Now the lead is only 2, 9-11. Gonzalez still serving. Parker, they'll set it underneath. Good play there by Rodriguez. That shot right over. Good save by Gonzalez. Sent over by Sauceda. They'll set it up to Sauceda again. And Knuckles with a dig. Here comes Gonzalez sending it across. Over by Ruelas. That's across by Knuckles, and what a save by Gonzalez. Double hit charge to the Lady Tigers, and now your Lady Wildcats down by only 1. The serve from Gonzalez. Got away from the Lady Tigers, and now it is tied at 11. Lady Wildcats coming down, trailing by as many as 6. Serve from Gonzalez, Parker, Ruelas, Sauceda over. Knuckles, good save there as that one was trailing to the net. That is good. And now your Lady Wildcats are up by 1, 12-11. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. And that's an ace. 13-11. Timeout called by Coach Adame of the Lady Tigers, as her Lady Tigers have just watched a big lead get away from them and now trail by 2. 13-11, Lady Wildcats on top. We'll be right back. Lady Wildcats up by 2, 13-11, digging themselves out of a big hole, leading by 2, and it's Gonzalez with the serve. Rodriguez sending it long, and it's in play. Bautista gets herself another kill, and now your Lady Wildcats up by 3. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. That's at the net, played well by Lopez. The set to Martinez. What a save by Gonzalez. Sauceda cannot get it across, and now it is a 4-point lead for your Lady Wildcats, 15-11. Substitution by the Lady Tigers. It'll be Avi Garza on the court. Here comes the serve from Sarai Gonzalez. Garza with the set to Sauceda. Back row to Knuckles. Knuckles misplays it. And now the Lady Tigers get themselves back in the scoring column, trailing by 3, 12-15. Couple Lady Tigers coming back onto the court, and they'll send the libero, Faith Gonzalez, back to serve. Gonzalez with the serve. Bautista, Knuckles, Martinez over. Garza set, second shot over. They'll set it to Bautista. Good play by Parker. Set to Garza. She sends it over. They got to get it across, and it doesn't get over. Another point for the Lady Tigers. 13-15, down by 2. Gonzalez serving. Gonzalez, Knuckles. Got to get it over. Good play there by Knuckles. And that just falls into la-la land. And it's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 16-13, and they'll send number 16 back to serve. Jackie Martinez. Parker, Garza. Played well by Knuckles. They're going to set it to Parker. A dig from Knuckles. They're going to say someone went into the net underneath. And so that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 17-13, the lead is now 4. Here comes the serve from Martinez. Garza with the set. And that is a kill from Ruelas. 3-point deficit for the Lady Tigers. And it's going to be Kendra Torres back to serve. Here comes the serve from Torres. Gonzalez to Gonzalez. Middle set to Chavarin. And she makes the Tigers pay. 18-14, back to a 4-point lead for your Lady Tigers. Your Lady Wildcats, excuse me. Lady Wildcats up by 4, and here comes the serve from Yvette Gonzalez. At the net, played well by Alvarado, because that was really close to the net. But she showed some great composure, body control, and it pays off. 15-18, 3-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. Back to serve for the Lady Tigers. It's going to be Christy Garcia. Good block by Chavarin as they had set it to Alvarado. That was a little wide from the Lady Tigers. Point Lady Wildcats back to a 4-point lead for your Lady Wildcats, 19-14. They're going to send Aubrey Zuniga back onto the court. She'll go back to serve. Serve from Zuniga. They set it to Parker. Parker sends it over. Gonzalez. That's going to be long. 16-19, Lady Tigers down by 3. And it's Josie Alvarado serving for the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez to Gonzalez. They set it to Knuckles. Good play in the back row by Garcia. Parker tracking that one down and keeping it in play. Chavarin dinks it over and finds an empty spot. And now it's back to a 4-point lead for your Lady Wildcats, 20-16. Avery Cavazos serving. substitution for the Lady Tigers. Looks like they want to send Madeline Villanueva onto the court. And that's who it is. Cavazos serving. Good play there by Lopez. But does not get across the net. 21-6 is now the score. Cavazos with the serve. Timeout by Coach Adame. Lady Wildcats up 21-16. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout. Lady Wildcats lead 21-16, and it's Avery Cavazos with the serve. In the middle of the Parker, and Parker with another kill. That has been their bread and butter for the Lady Tigers, the set to Parker. Jessie Sauceda back on the court. And back to serve is Julissa Lopez, trailing by 17-21. They're going to say that was long, and now the score is 22-17. Miley Knuckles serving for your Lady Wildcats. Second shot over, but played well by Gonzalez. Zuniga sends it across. One shot comes right back. In the middle to Martinez. Good dig by Gonzalez. Cavazos, Gonzalez to Zuniga into the net. Point Lady Tigers. Down by 4, 18-22. And they'll send Isabella Parker back to serve. Zuniga, Martinez, Gonzalez. There's going to be a discussion had. Couldn't see the hand of the referee. Usually if it's just the one hand on that side, it's a carry, but I did not see anything that looked like a carry. They're going to replay. Yeah, from my vantage point, I couldn't see anything that was worthy to be called. So we'll do it again. 18-22, Parker with the serve. That's Gonzalez. Second shot over. Second shot over by the Lady Tigers. Cavazos to Martinez. Zuniga bumps it across. Good play there in the front row by Lopez. Cavazos sends it over. At the net, Martinez knocks it down. 23-18. Elena Bautista back on the court for the Wildcats, and back to serve Sarai Gonzalez. Lopez with the set to Sauceda. Gets over, played well by Gonzalez. The set from Knuckles to Gonzalez is long. Point Lady Tigers. 19-23. Gonzalez back to serve. Alvarado back on the court for the Lady Tigers. Serve from Gonzalez. Knuckles to Bautista. They get it across. Shot over by Sauceda. Gonzalez gets away from the Lady Tigers, and now it is set point. 24-19. And it'll be Jackie Martinez with the serve. Azariah Rivens back on the court for your Lady Wildcats. And it's Martinez serving. Parker. They'll set it to her. She pushes it across. Knuckles will set in the middle to Rivens. Over. Good play by Gonzalez. Knuckles back to Gonzalez. Played well by Faith Gonzalez, the libero for the Lady Tigers. That's sent across by Lopez. The set in the middle. Rivens looking for an empty spot, but good play by Lopez. Martinez tracks it down. Got to get over. Good play by Knuckles. On the bottom, and that's Alvarado. But nobody fooled. Good volley here from both sides. Martinez off the net. Good play underneath by Gonzalez and Rivens. First shot right back as Martinez played that one off her knees. And this time it is Alvarado making them pay. And point Lady Tigers, bringing it in to within 4. 20-24. Kendra Torres serving for the Lady Tigers. Cavazos set to Rivens. Good play by Rivens, and she gets the final point of the set, and your Lady Wildcats win the first one, 25-20. There'll be a little breather. They'll change sides, and we'll be right back with set number 2 right here on KWES. Set two just about to get underway. Lady Wildcats take set number one, 25-20. They are now on the right side of the court. It's Azuria Rivens along with Miley Knuckles and Elena Bautista up front for your Lady Wildcats. Out in the back, it's going to be Yvette Gonzalez, Avery Cavazos, and Sarai Gonzalez. And it'll be Yvette Gonzalez, serving for your Lady Wildcats. Set to Parker, and that first point belongs to the Lady Tigers. One zero, Lady Tigers on top here in set number two, and it's Josie Alvarado with the serve. Gonzalez with the set to Bautista, blocked by Parker. So not only did she have a kill, she now has a block, and the first 2 points of the second set belong to the Lady Tigers. Josie Alvarado with the serve. Knuckles, Gonzalez, Bautista. That's close to the net. And they're going to say there was a net violation by the Lady Wildcats, and now the Lady Tigers are up 3-0. Here comes the serve from Alvarado. Gonzalez setting to Rivens. They'll set it to Parker. Good play there by Gonzalez. Cavazos tracks it down, and Gonzalez sends it over. And that's a kill from Parker. 4-0 is now the score. Josie Alvarado with the serve for the Lady Tigers. Knuckles, Gonzalez, back to Knuckles, and she gets it across. Good play by Alvarado. They'll set it to Parker. Parker pushes it across as she was just a little on the backside of the, but a good play there by Knuckles to get the Lady Wildcats on the scoreboard. Bautista with the serve for your Lady Wildcats. Parker has it blocked by Chavarin. Point Lady Wildcats, 2-4. Here comes the serve from Bautista. Set to Parker. This time she gets it to fall. 5-2, Lady Tigers on top. Substitution being had. They are going to send Aubrey Zuniga onto the court. Lady Tigers serving, and it'll be Julissa Lopez. Cavazos, Gonzalez, Rivens. That was behind her, so she had no choice but to bump it. And again, the set to Parker, and it is now 6-2. Lopez serving. Cavazos, Knuckles, second shot bumped over. Parker with a push. 7-2. Here comes the serve once again from Lopez. Cavazos, Gonzalez at the net, too close. Sarai Cavazos doing a great job, but her momentum taking her into the net, trying to get to that ball that was going into the net, just little difficult to play. She did a good job, but it's a point for the Lady Tigers, and now they lead by 6, 8-2. Set to Parker, and that's another kill. 9-2. Coach Gorena wants a timeout. Her Lady Wildcats down by 7, 9-2 here in the second set. We'll be right back. It's Lopez serving for the Lady Tigers. They are up 9-2. Set to Rivens. And she gets the point for your Lady Wildcats, 3-9. Martinez back on the court. Avery Cavazos back to serve. Gonzalez. Set to Parker. 10-3. Isabella Parker now serving for the Lady Tigers. Cavazos, Gonzalez, long, 11-3. Parker with the serve. Gonzalez to Cavazos, over. Gonzalez, they'll set it down underneath to Sauceda. Good play by Zuniga. Gonzalez sets it to Gonzalez, not over. 12-3. Nine-point lead for the Tigers. It's Parker with the serve. Cavazos' second shot over by Knuckles, and she finds them asleep. 4-12. Lady Wildcats down by 8. Miley Knuckles back to serve. The serve from Knuckles into the net. 13-4. Lady Tigers on top, and they're going to send the libero, Faith Gonzalez, back to serve. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Knuckles. Sarai Gonzalez sends it over. That was too close to the net. Trying to make a play on it was Alvarado, but again, just a little too close to the net. Point Lady Wildcats. Down 5-13. Sarai Gonzalez serving. Serve from Gonzalez. Set, does not get across. 6-13. Serve from Gonzalez. Parker, middle set underneath to Ruelas. Good play there by Cavazos. Sent across by Martinez. Cannot be handled by the Lady Tigers. Point Lady Wildcats, 7-13. Serve Gonzalez. Third shot got to get over. It does. Cavazos tracks it down as that one is going to the back line. Good play there by Bautista. Gonzalez, the libero, great defense. Coming underneath is Alvarado, and she just could not make a play on that one. And the point goes to your Lady Wildcats, making some move here, getting down to within 5, 8-13. Second shot over by the Lady Tigers. Underneath to Martinez. Good save by Sauceda. And a kill from your Lady Wildcats. It's Jackie Martinez. 9-13. Now within 4. The serve from Gonzalez. Second shot over. Good play by Yvette Gonzalez. Knuckles to Cavazos. That gets over. Played well by Lopez. Lopez bumps it over. Cavazos. Knuckles. Set to Bautista. Good play by Parker. They'll set it to Parker. And a save by Cavazos. Miscommunication as to who was going to get that one. And it falls. 10-13 is now the score. Lady Wildcats to within 3. Gonzalez with the serve. Second shot over by Lopez. Cavazos sends it, and it's long. 14-10, Lady Tigers on top by 4. Kendra Torres back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Cavazos, Knuckles, Bautista. They'll set it up to Alvarado, and she gets a kill. 15-10, Lady Tigers on top by 5. Serve from Torres. Bautista to Knuckles. They'll set it to Martinez, and she'll send it over. Getting it to Parker. Didn't have a good jump on it, so she just pushes it across. Martinez with a bump. Underneath to Alvarado, and that's another kill for Alvarado. 16-10 is now the score. Lady Tigers on top by 6. And the serve from Torres. Cavazos to Knuckles. They'll set it to Bautista. And it gets away from the Lady Tigers, 11-16. Jackie Martinez will now be serving for your Lady Wildcats. Serve from Martinez. Ace. 12-16. Cuts their deficit to 4. Martinez again. Good play there by the Lady Tigers. They get it over. Martinez, Knuckles, Chavarin, Rivens. The set to Alvarado, blocked by Rivens. 13-16, they're now within 3. Here comes the serve from Martinez. That's going to be long. 17-13, Lady Tigers on top. They'll send Christy Garcia onto the court, and she'll go back to serve. The serve from Garcia. That goes into the net. 14-17. Lady Wildcats down by only 3. Yvette Gonzalez serving. That gets away from the Lady Tigers. Now your Lady Wildcats down by 2. 15-17. Gonzalez with the serve. He'll set it to Parker. And Parker with a kill. 18-15, Lady Tigers up by 3. And it's going to be Josie Alvarado serving. The serve from Alvarado. Gonzalez. Knuckles. Saved by the Lady Tigers. Good play there on their side. Rivens, send back row. Alvarado was ready. Here comes Parker. Good play by Rivens and Knuckles to keep it alive. Set to Parker. Kill. 19-15. 19-15, Lady Tigers lead by 4, and it's Alvarado serving. That gets over. 20-15. Once again, the serve from Alvarado. Knuckles to Gonzalez. Back to Knuckles. And she gets a kill. 17. I'm sorry, 16-20 is the score. And it'll be Aubrey Zuniga with the serve. They'll set it to Parker. And that's another kill for Parker, 21-16. Substitution for the Lady Tigers. Jesse Sauceda back on the court. The serve from Lopez. Gonzalez, second shot over by Yvette Gonzalez. Parker sending it to the back row. Hustling is Cavazos. At the net, Rivens, blocked by Parker, 22-16. 22-16, Lady Tigers on top. And the serve from Lopez. Zuniga. Knuckles. Gonzalez, excuse me. The set to Parker. And that's another kill. 23-16. Once again, the serve is Lopez. Cavazos to Gonzalez. The set to Rivens. Good play by Lopez. Sent across by Rodriguez. Set to Knuckles. Gonzalez. Over. Gonzalez sets it to Gonzalez. Good play by Faith Gonzalez of the Lady Tigers. That gets across by Sauceda. Gonzalez can't play that one. Just a little too much or too early on her jump. And now a chance for the Lady Tigers to take set number 2. Substitution, Elaine Hernandez back on the court. And here's the serve from Lopez. 24-16, Lady Tigers leading. Good save by Gonzalez as that was played well going into the net. That ball looked like it was going to happen. They'll set it to Rivens. Good play in the back row by the Lady Tigers. Rodriguez sends it across. Gonzalez with the set to Hernandez. And that's a kill. 17-24. Lady Wildcats down by 7. This is going to be Avery Cavazos serving for your Lady Wildcats. Across. Cavazos. Good play by the Lady Wildcats to keep it alive. Good play at the net by Martinez. The block of Parker. They'll set it again to Parker. This time Parker gets it to fall, and it's 25-17. Tigers take the second set. We are all tied at 1. We'll be back with set number 3 right here on KWES. Welcome back to the Weslaco High School Gymnasium as KWES brings you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. We are headed to the third set. The Lady Wildcats and Lady Tigers split sets number 1 and number 2. The Lady Wildcats taking set number 1, 25-20. Lady Tigers taking the second set, 25-17. Lady Wildcats back on the court with Miley Knuckles, Azariah Rivens, Elena Bautista. Up front in the back, it's going to be Yvette Gonzalez, Avery Cavazos, and Sarai Gonzalez. Lady Tigers up front, you got Isabella Parker, Julissa Lopez, and Josie Alvarado. Serving is going to be Christy Garcia. They're going to set it to Parker, and they pick up where they left off. Parker with the kill, and the Lady Tigers up 1-0. The serve from Garcia. They'll set it to Rivens. Good play there by Torres. Point Lady Wildcats, 1-1. Elena Bautista back to serve. That goes into the net. 2-1, Lady Tigers on top. Onto the court is going to be Lidia Rodriguez as she steps onto the court for the Lady Tigers. And back to serve, it's going to be Josie Alvarado. The serve from Alvarado. Good play by Zuniga for your Lady Tigers. And it's another kill for the Lady Tigers. Now they are up 3-1. Alvarado serving. Zuniga. Gonzalez. The set to Gonzalez. Played well by Lopez. At the net. And Rodriguez gets it across. Knuckles. Blocked by Parker. But it's saved by the Lady Wildcats. And again, it's Parker with another block. Good play off the net by Parker. Great hustle by Torres to keep the ball alive. This one goes into the net by your Lady Wildcats. And it's a point for the Lady Tigers. 4-1, they lead. Good hustle by both sides there on that one. Alvarado serving, Cavazos. Gonzalez. Gonzalez. What a play there by Lopez. Zuniga. Gonzalez saving it as that one went off the net. Parker. That's another point for the Lady Tigers, 5-1. Lady Tigers on top, 5-1. Serving is Josie Alvarado. Gonzalez to Rivens. Momentum took her too close to the net. She could not really get a play on that one, and now it's 6-1. Lady Tigers on top. Here comes the serve from Alvarado. Cavazos. Gonzalez to Gonzalez. Good play off the knees was Lopez. They'll set it up to Gonzalez into the net, 7-1. Lady Tigers on top, 7-1. It's Josie Alvarado with the serve. Gonzalez to Gonzalez, back to Gonzalez. Sarai to Yvette, back to Sarai. And that's another kill from Parker. 8-1 is now the score. Alvarado with the serve. Set to Chavarin. She decides to just bump it across. Good play at the net by Rivens. Gonzalez with a save. Sarai Gonzalez, what great play. The show of her athleticism to go across the body to keep it in play. That's a block by the Lady Tigers, and they get themselves another point, 9-1. Talking about the play of Sarai Gonzalez moving to her left and throwing it back to the right to keep it in play. 9-1, Lady Tigers on top. Rivens with a kill. 2-9. Lady Wildcats down by 7. It'll be Avery Cavazos serving. Set to Parker. Good dig by Gonzalez. Played well by Gonzalez. Sarai Gonzalez sending it over. Lady Tigers keeping it alive. Back set to Martinez. Out. 10-2, 8-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers will send Sauceda onto the court, and Lopez back to serve. Zuniga, Cavazos, Gonzalez. Set to Parker. Kill, 11-2. 9-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Julissa Lopez with the serve. Zuniga, second shot over by Knuckles. Knuckles keeps it alive. Gonzalez trying to get it, just cannot get it across. And now it's a 10-point lead for the Lady Tigers, 12-2. Timeout called by Coach Gorena. We'll be right back. Lady Tigers on top here in the third set. Each team has taken a set. The Lady Wildcats took the first set. Lady Tigers took the second set. Set to Gonzalez. Good play there by Garcia. They lose communication. It falls, and that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 3-12 is the score, and they'll send Miley Knuckles back to serve. Serve from Knuckles. Gonzalez to Lopez. Parker. Knuckles with the save. That's sent across by Martinez. Again, Parker with the big kill, and it's 13-3. It'll be Isabella Parker with the serve for the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez, Cavazos. The set to the left-hander Villanueva. It's long. 4-13. Sarai Gonzalez now serving for your Lady Wildcats. Set underneath here to Sauceda, blocked by Martinez. Point Lady Wildcats, 5-13. They are down by 8. Sarai Gonzalez serving. Set to Sauceda. She gets it to fall. 14-5. Lady Tigers on top by 9. Lydia Rodriguez back on the court. No, they're not. It's going to be Josie Alvarado. Back to serve Faith Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Knuckles Cavazos. That's in. That had some topspin, and it just dropped. 6-14. Lady Wildcats down. And it'll be Jackie Martinez serving. 15-6, as that one does not make it across. Jesse Sauceda serving. Knuckles, Bautista, Gonzalez over. They set it to Alvarado. Good play by your Lady Wildcats. Second shot over, but that did not fool Bautista. Second shot over again. This time it's Sarai Gonzalez. All the way to the back row, hustling over to grab that one is Parker. Knuckles with the set to Bautista. Set to the top of your screen to Garza. Defense of the Lady Wildcats keeps it in play, but they cannot get it across. And now the lead is 10. 16-6. Jesse Sauceda with the serve. Gonzalez is set to Rivens, blocked by Garza. 17-6. It's Sauceda with the serve. Gonzalez tracking it down to Knuckles. She gets it over. Set to Alvarado. Good play by Knuckles. Bautista dug by Gonzalez. Garza pushing it across. Cavazos. That's going to be long. 18-6. The lead is 12 for the Lady Tigers. Sauceda with the serve. Cavazos. Good one hand by Rivens, as that's all she could do. The set to Bautista. That's long. 19-6. Lady Tigers on top. Sauceda serving. Over by Gonzalez. Garza sends it across. Cavazos. Knuckles with the set to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, Parker. Sent across by Lopez. The set to Rivens. Played well by Garza at the net. Rivens sends it back, but it's wide. So that's another point for the Lady Tigers. 20-6 is the score. Sauceda with the serve. Cavazos, Gonzalez. Bautista. They'll set it underneath to Alvarado. Rivens. Gonzalez. Gonzalez off the rafters. It went over. So that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. 7-20. Substitution for the Lady Tigers. Kendrick Torres back on the court. It's going to be Yvette Gonzalez back to serve for your Wildcats. Set it down here underneath to Alvarado. Second shot over. Again, set to Alvarado, doesn't get across. 8-20. Yvette Gonzalez with the serve. The set to Parker. Cavazos with a dig, doesn't get across. 21-8. Lady Tigers on top. Back on the court for the Lady Tigers is going to be Christy Garcia, and she'll go back to serve. The serve from Garcia. They set it to Knuckles. Good play by Garcia. Underneath Alvarado. Great hustle by Gonzalez Sarai and Gonzalez Yvette. Parker with another kill. 22-8. Here comes the serve from Garcia. 22-8, Lady Tigers on top. Gonzalez. The set to Knuckles. And Lopez was ready for that. Parker sends it over. Gonzalez with the set to Knuckles. That's long. 23-8. Lady Tigers on top. Garcia serving. Cavazos. Gonzalez with the set to Rivens. Blocked by Parker. 24-8. A chance for the Lady Tigers to go up 2-1. And it's Garcia with the serve. Cavazos. Gonzalez to Knuckles. Point. Lady Tigers are going to say they went into the net. 25-8. Lady Tigers take the third set, now lead by 2. We'll be back with the fourth set right here on KWES. Getting ready to get set number 4 underway. Lady Tigers up 2-1 as they've taken the last 2 sets. After the Lady Wildcats took the first set 25-20, Lady Tigers come back, win second set 25-17, and then take the third set 25-8. Lady Wildcats back on the court. They've got Miley Knuckles, Jackie Martinez, Elena Bautista up front. In the back, it's going to be Yvette Gonzalez, Avery Cavazos, and Sarai Gonzalez. It'll be Yvette Gonzalez with the serve. Here comes the serve from Gonzalez. First point of this one go to the Lady Wildcats. Couldn't be played by Torres of the Lady Tigers. So here comes the serve from Gonzalez. Set to Parker. Good play by Cavazos. Knuckles. In the back row, it's Garcia. Again to Parker. Gonzalez was ready at the net, blocked by Alvarado. Alvarado again at the net. This time she gets it to fall. 1-1 is the score. Alvarado with back-to-back putbacks. And she goes back to serve. Here comes the serve from Alvarado. Knuckles, Gonzalez, Bautista. That was wide point, Lady Tigers. They lead 2-1. Lázaro Cabrera, the security guard, tracks down the loose ball, heads it back to the Lady Tigers. Alvarado, and she'll come back to serve. Good play by Gonzalez. Yvette Gonzalez at the net, keeps it alive. I go calls Alvarado, heard it up here. Martinez. That's a kill. 2-2 is now the score as we are in the fourth set. Lady Tigers lead it 2-1. It'll be Aubrey Zuniga for your Lady Wildcats back to serve. Zuniga. Gonzalez across, doesn't make it. They set it to Rodriguez, goes into the net. Lady Wildcats lead by 1, 3-2. Zuniga with the serve. That gets away from Garcia, and now it's 4-2, Lady Wildcats on top. Zuniga serving. Garcia. They cannot keep it in play, the Lady Tigers. It's now 5-2, a 3-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. And once again, it is Zuniga serving. Over by Rodriguez. Down here to Gonzalez. Good play by Lopez. Parker sends it across. Gonzalez is ready. Hustled by Yvette Gonzalez off the floor to keep it alive. Great volley, great athleticism showed by both sides here on this one. They'll set it to Knuckles. And that's a kill for Knuckles. 6-2 is now the score. Lady Wildcats on top by 4, and the serving is Aubrey Zuniga. Second shot over. Cavazos to Gonzalez. Set to Gonzalez. That's wide. Point Lady Tigers 3-6. They are down. And it's going to be Julissa Lopez back to serve. Cavazos, Gonzalez, Martinez. Set to Parker. That's another kill. 4-6. Lady Tigers down by 2. Back to serve once again, Julissa Lopez. Cavazos, Gonzalez. Back to Gonzalez, Sarai Gonzalez. And she finds an empty spot. 7-4, 3-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. Azariah Rivens back on the court. Jackie Martinez serving. That gets away from the Lady Tigers, 8-4. Jackie Martinez with the serve. That's going to be long. 5-8. Lady Tigers now serving. It's going to be Parker with the serve. A couple of Lady Tigers coming back on the court. Avi Garza and Julie Garza. The serve from Parker. Cavazos. Knuckles. Gonzalez over. They'll set it to Garza. Good play by Zuniga. Gonzalez with a kill. 9-5. It's again a 4-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. It'll be Knuckles serving. Coach Adame wants a timeout. Her Lady Tigers trail by 4, 5-9. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout. Lady Wildcats up 9-5. Miley Knuckles serving. That's Gonzalez. Second shot across by Garza. Gonzalez with another kill. 10-5. The serve from Miley Knuckles. That's gonna fall as an ace. 11-5. Knuckles with the serve. That could not be played by the Lady Tigers as Faith Gonzalez puts it too close to the net, and now the lead is 7 for your Lady Wildcats. 12-5. Knuckles wide. 6-12. Lydia Rodriguez serving for the Lady Tigers. Cavazos, Knuckles, Rivens, kill. 13-6. Substitution. Elena Bautista back on the court. And it's going to be Sarai Gonzalez back to serve. Parker, the set, second shot over. Cavazos, good hustle as she kept it alive at the last minute. Gets across, and it's Alvarado finding an empty spot, and she puts it down and gets the point for the Lady Tigers, down by 6, 7-13. And it's Jessie Sauceda back to serve. Cavazos, Knuckles, Rivens, kill. 14-7. Avery Cavazos now serving for your Wildcats. Set to Alvarado. Good play by Gonzalez. The set to Bautista. First shot right back by Torres. Gonzalez sets it in the middle of Martinez. Saved by Alvarado. Second shot over by Garza. Little miscommunication, a little bumping on the court by the Lady Wildcats, and they drop that point to the Lady Tigers. The score now is 8-14. It'll be Christy Garcia, back on the court for the Lady Tigers, and she'll go back to serve. Cavazos to Gonzalez. Second shot over. Set to Parker. Parker with the kill. 9-14. The serve from Garcia. Gonzalez, the set. A little miscommunication there. 10-14 as the point goes to the Lady Tigers. Here comes the serve from Garcia. Gonzalez to Bautista. Blocked by Parker. They're going to set it to Parker. Parker with another kill. 11-14. Lady Tigers are pulling themselves back into this one. Now only down by 3. The serve from Garcia. They'll set it to Martinez. Gonzalez calls it, sends it over. Yvette Gonzalez with the set to Bautista, blocked by Parker. Point, Lady Tigers, now down only by 2, 12-14. Timeout called by Coach Gorena as the Lady Tigers are clawing their way back into this one. Their lead is now only 2, 14-12. We'll be right back. After the timeout, both teams back on the court. Lady Wildcats up by 2, but trailing overall 2-1. Here in set number 4, they lead 14-12. Garcia serving. Cavazos to Gonzalez, got to get it over, she does. Parker, they'll set it to Alvarado. Blocked at the net by Martinez, and the Lady Tigers send it back wide. And now the lead is back to 3 for your Lady Wildcats, 15-12. And it's going to be Yvette Gonzalez with the serve. They'll set it to Parker. A dig from Cavazos. Martinez blocked by Parker. 13-15. Lady Tigers down by 2. And they're going to send Alvarado back to serve. 13-15, Lady Tigers down by 2. Wide, 14-15. The Lady Tigers now trail by only 1. Josie Alvarado serving. Knuckles. Gonzalez back to Knuckles. That's wide. 15 all is now the score. Elaine Hernandez will come back on the court for your Lady Wildcats. It's going to be Alvarado with the serve for the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez, Hernandez, Martinez over. They're going to set it to Parker. That's going to be long. 16-15. Lady Wildcats lead by 1. It's going to be Elaine Bautista with the serve for the Lady Wildcats. Gonzalez The set to Parker. Good save by Bautista. The set to Hernandez. Tracking it down was Garcia. Parker could not get the set right, so she just bumps it over. Good play there by Martinez. They'll set it to Parker, and Parker with another kill. Now we are tied again, this time at 16. We got a rotation, and it's going to be Aubrey Zuniga back on the court for your Wildcats. And back to serve for the Tigers is going to be A.V. Garza. Garza with the serve. Cavazos, Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the kill. 17-16, Lady Wildcats back on top. It's a 1-point lead for them. Azariah Chavadin Rivens back on the court. And back to serve is going to be Jackie Martinez. At the net, blocked by Rivens. 18-16. They lead by 2. Jackie Martinez with the serve. Second shot over. Martinez trying to keep it alive. Cannot. It's a 1-point ball game. Lady Tigers down by 1. 17-18. Isabella Parker with the serve. Cavazos, Hernandez, Gonzalez. Tigers send it back. Gonzalez is set in the middle of Chavarin. Rivens, and she gets a kill. The lead is back to 2 for your Lady Wildcats. Rotation for the Lady Tigers and the Lady Wildcats. Both number 5s back on the court. It's Julissa Lopez for the Lady Tigers and Miley Knuckles for your Lady Wildcats, and she'll go back to serve. Sent across by the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez with the set to Zuniga. Over by the Lady Tigers. Gonzalez with the set to Rivens. Good dig by Parker. Gonzalez sends it over. Set to Gonzalez, that's long. It's a 1-point ball game again. 18-19, Lady Tigers down, and it'll be Faith Gonzalez with the serve. The serve from Gonzalez. That's a kill from Rivens, and once again, they come back to make it a 2-point lead. Elena Bautista back on the court. Sarai Gonzalez back to serve. Got to get it across. Blocked by Rivens. Cavazos Gonzalez to Rivens. Little dink. And that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. It's a 3-point lead, 21-18. Sarai Gonzalez with the serve. The set to Alvarado. She cannot get it over. 22-18. It's now a 4-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. Timeout called by Coach Adame as her Lady Tigers are now down by 4, 22-18 here in set number 4. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout, Lady Wildcats with a 4-point lead, 22-18. Sarai Gonzalez with the serve. Alvarado with a big swing. Saved by the Lady Wildcats, Sarai Gonzalez. Second shot over, back row. Gonzalez to Gonzalez. Driving. That's going to be wide. That barely missing. 19-22, Lady Tigers down by 3. It'll be Jessie Sauceda back to serve. That across, 23-19. Four-point lead once again for your Lady Wildcats. Avery Cavazos with the serve. That's over. Gonzalez with the set in the middle to Martinez. Blocked by Alvarado. 20-23. 3-point ball game. Lady Tigers down by 3. Christy Garcia back on the court for the Lady Tigers. She'll go back to serve. They'll set it to Cavazos. It's over. They'll set it to Parker. Kill Parker. 21-23. Lady Tigers down by 2. Good play as it went off the net by Knuckles. Second shot over by Lopez. Cannot make it across. The Lady Wildcats do, and it's a 1-point ball game, 22-23. Lady Tigers down by 1. Garcia serving. Gonzalez, back to Sarai Gonzalez. They'll set it to Alvarado. Good dig by Knuckles. Down here to Bautista. Lady Tigers were ready for that one. Parker left-handed gets the point, and we are tied at 23. Set number 4 getting very interesting. It's gone back and forth all night long. Timeout called by Coach Gorena, tied at 23 here in set number 4. We'll be right back. Back from the timeout. Set number 4 tied at 23. Lady Tigers lead 2-1 as they take sets number 2 and 3. The Lady Wildcats took the first set. It's Christy Garcia serving for the Lady Tigers. Cavazos, Gonzalez, Martinez blocked at the net by Parker. They'll set it to Parker, and that's a kill for Parker. 24-23, and a chance for the Lady Tigers to take it all here with Garcia serving. Here comes the serve from Garcia. And that'll do it. 25-23, the Lady Tigers defeat your Lady Wildcats 3-1. The Lady Wildcats took the first set 25-20, and then the Lady Tigers came back roaring, taking sets number 2, 3, and 4, 25-17, 25-8, and 25-23. Rafael Garces doing a great job on the computer, keeping it going, keeping the scores up to date, graphics looking fine. Vinny Berry on the camera. I am Joe Aguilar saying good night from the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium, where once again your Lady Wildcats fall to the Lady Tigers 3-1. We'll see you next time right here on KWES.